Hello everyone. This is going to be a review of I Spit on Your Grave, the original from 1978. I have not spoken a word since I have seen it. These are my first words after seeing it. I was very surprised on just how captivating this film really was, how relaxing it was, how gorgeous it really was. And it seems that there aren't a lot of opinions like that on this film, at least from what I've seen, especially if you know Roger Ebert. He completely smashed this film. Basically, what it's about is this young woman is being stalked by these four other men, and progressively they capture her, they beat her and rape her, and then leave her for dead. So that's a lot to take in. She starts to find this desire, this vendetta to get revenge on them and take action on that. So, what really surprises you, whatever you think of this film, what really surprises you at first is the use of music. I don't think I'm really giving much away by saying that there's no score. Here, there's either just these sounds of like the summer weather, or just the voices talking, all these other sound effects, and it really develops this environment. Um, it is so hard to explain, but I've rarely seen a film that really captures the beauty of the summer weather. That is really an accomplishment, because you need to have a film resonate with you, to have it captivating, whether it be emotions or something physically or something in a situation, something that exaggerates a situation, something that exaggerates emotions. And that's a lot what this film is like. It is an exaggeration of desires, and places that you've been, things that you've heard. And I don't think I could look at this film as either a brutally violent film or a hauntingly beautiful film, or both. It's mostly a brutally violent film. In terms of violence, it mostly uses intensity in the way of using violence and profanity and sexual violence. Now, does this glorify violence? This is a very controversial topic, and of an incredibly controversial film. I would say absolutely not. There's definitely an understanding of what is right, even with the characters, whether it's the filmmakers, the people behind the film, or the people in the film. They know what is right. It's just that they choose to go down into this realm of desire and violence and everything that distances us from the good. Now, the last sound I heard in this film, that is really, whenever I think of that, that is like hauntingly gorgeous. What's really interesting about this film is that you don't need, it just needs good performances, and it does have good performances. It kind of reminds me of the film Saw, in terms of performances. When I was watching that film, I was thinking, this is really odd. The acting is so subpar. But then, as I gradually got into it, and the film's mood and its feel and its style, that didn't become a problem. They just needed to do their job. So they just need to get everything that the characters were coming across, what they were feeling, what physical state they were in, and it really, really worked. And it's really odd, how James Wan went from that kind of style to Insidious style. Very, very elaborately different. But anyway, if you're a very performance person in terms of different mediums of art, you're going to have to look at this film in a different way, because it's not really meant to captivate with performances. And let me talk about this quick. There's moments in this film that may be considered over the top or unintentionally funny. And when I was watching it, faded at the back of my brain, I was thinking, yeah, this can be looked at as comedic and just mediocre. But it developed this style, and I couldn't ask for the film to be done in any other way than the way it was done. Because it's kind of like... It reminds me of The Last House on the Left, not the original, but the remake. It develops this world you really engulf yourself in, and all these odd kind of things are happening, but you tag along with it, and it works. It really works. Like, my heart started to race at some moments, even though probably watching it afar or with a different view, I would probably not be able to get into it, not be able to get into, to be honest, a very deep film. So that was very interesting to think and experience. Now, The Last House on the Left, the original. We're going to talk about the original for a second. These two films have very similar things in common. Well, one, they were made in the 70s. And two, these films have a very similar sort of theme, that it's about nasty things that happen to nasty people. And I think I Spit on Your Grave does it massively better than The Last House on the Left. Because when these people do turn, like over the course of each film, there is a character or characters that gradually change with their ethics and their wants and their needs. They gradually collapse in morality. So with The Last House on the Left, I'm thinking, when I was watching it, I was thinking, these people would not do this. Even in this mindset, they would not do this. And I think it has those intentional funny moments in the film that are the reason why the film didn't work. Because I don't know, I need to think about that a little bit more. Maybe when I do a different video, I'll talk about that a little bit more. But either way, didn't work in that film, to be honest. I think one of the reasons is that these are younger people. Though I don't think that could really connect with reality, but on an artistic standpoint, that could really be a reason why. And it's done, I was gonna say it's done in a more subtle way, but I don't know, maybe it's just the execution. After they leave Jennifer for dead, you get moments in the film after that point where you know that she's thinking about it. It doesn't need to be explained, and that's another thing with this film. It doesn't need to analyze its theme. It doesn't need to analyze anything. The viewer already knows, so it doesn't need to do that. With other films, it improves it to explain it. But with this film, you don't need to do that. And I honestly think that could damage the film, and I'm thankful that the filmmakers did not go down into that mindset. This is one of those films that I honestly think that I really could... I don't know what time it is. I think it's around 1:45 in the morning. I could probably watch this film at around this time, and I could just relax. My heart could race, but I could relax. And that's one of the things that should happen when you're trying to relax. It should never be the same emotion as with any other experience, but I don't think I would do it in action, but I think it feels like something like I think would be a good idea. So I was very surprised with this film. Uh, it really shows me that I want to say uh, like it's probably gonna influence me on an artistic standpoint, that something can be intensely violent but relaxing and just beautiful, with all of these morals collapsing, but at the same time, once remorse goes away and you have these new objectives and tasks that you have given yourself, it really feels that there's so much gorgeous things in the world. So, that is pretty much it. It really surprised me, and I really think it was a brilliant film, and I'm very curious to see the remake. There is a sequel to it, which I'm not really interested in seeing. It seems like just same characters, same characters, different the same character but a different character, same plot. It just feels very recycled. So, thank you for watching. Yeah.